G'day everyone, it's Vicky Wright, Independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, Australia. I thought I would create a series just using our DSP, and at the same time we might go by a sketch layout, fancy folds, or even a 3D project. So anything that hits our fancy, that's what we're going to do. So today what we're going to do is from a sketch layout. I sort of keep my layouts, my favourite ones, in a book, and I just refer to them, go back to them all the time. This one today is one that I was sort of playing around with the other day, and that's it there. So we're going to use this layout, and I've also selected the Pansy Petals DSP from the annual catalogue, and along with that, what I did was I picked a colour which was the Freesia in the pack. Then I went to our colour coach and I picked the top line, Pale Papaya, Calypso Coral and Basic Grey. So they're the colours we're going to use on our layout today, along with that sketch. Okay, so what we're going to do, and I'm also going to use Sweet Ice Cream stamp set, along with the stitched rectangles, and as I said, they're the colours, our Basic Grey, Calypso Coral and Pale Papaya. Basic colours, don't need too many colours, and we'll go from there. So I've been playing around with the Pansy Petals of late, and instead of using the floral side, I've been using this side. I love this pattern. I don't know what it's called, but yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to stick this piece down onto a piece of Basic Grey, just like that. That's not really cut properly, that side. Just like that, just bear with me. A little bit of glue down that side, so I'm just going to get this rubber. That's better. Then what we're going to do is bring in our Calypso Coral base card, and we're going to stick that to the base card. We're going to stick this panel or layer to our base card, making sure it's nice and even all the way around. Now, I've already pre-cut a piece of basic white with a die from the stitched rectangles. Okay, so don't mind the mess in here. And I've used this die here. Okie dokie. So then we're gonna grab our images and we're gonna do our stamping. So we're gonna do the popsicle stick, I suppose you'd call it, in basic grey. But what I think we might do is stamp off one very lightly, and then I'm going to stamp on here onto this panel. Okay, maybe I should have put our mat underneath, but we're not going to notice it much anyhow. Then there's a little wood grain image into that, in that same set. So I'm going to stamp that over the top of it, just like that. I'm going to leave that like that. So that's our little popsicle stick. Then we're going to come in with our scrap of basic white and our piercing mat, and we're going to do our popsicle. So first up, I think we will use the bottom one, the bottom part of our image, and we're going to do that in Calypso Coral. So this is our bottom. I'm just going to ink that up. Just like that. Now, if we wanted to, we could ink the top up in the Calypso Coral again and stamp off once so that the top's a little bit lighter than the bottom. But in this instant, I'm going to use the pale papaya. I've inked it up and I've actually stamped off just so ever so lightly before I put that down there like that. Actually, I'm going to do that again. Not going to make any difference anyhow, because we're going to fussy cut this image. Yep, that's better. Then we're going to come in with our basic grey again, and we're going to stamp. Now there's two images in this set. One is the sprinkles and the other is the little dots. We're going to use the little dots so we can pretend that they're nuts over the top. And I'm going to do that in basic grey. You can do it in other colour you like. So then what we're going to do is we're just going to fussy cut this image. Now, you'll see why in a minute, how I wasn't too worried. About how I stamped the image, because it's being fussy cut. And just like that. Okay, now but what I'm going to do now is this piece of basic white is then going to be stuck down onto a piece of basic grey. Hey Sharon, how are you? Basic grey, just like that. I thought you might have been out with henna. And then we're going to stick this down onto our card front, okay? And we're going to do it to the left side, just a little bit, about that. Because I've sort of stuck to the basic layout of our sketch. So there you go. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. Then we're going to grab some dimensionals, if I can find them. Has Hannah gone home, has she? And then we're just going to put that over the top like that. Just like that. Now, for our sentiment, I've used a sentiment from the stamp set, and I've gone for You're So Cool. I've already pre-done that, if I can find it. And I've stamped it in Calypso Coral, and then I've cut it out with the die from the stitched rectangles. Okay, so what we're going to do is we'll pop this up too. Oh, you got her all day today. I knew you had her on Thursdays. Did you sleep over tonight or just last night? And we're just going to go like that. She can help you craft today. And all we're going to do, I might just put it about there. Put that there like that. And I think what we might do is add a few of the in colour jewels, but I don't have any of the pale papaya. Oh yeah, I do. And we'll just scatter those around, I think. One there. One up there. I think we'll put one there. Okay. I don't know why that just went dark then, but can you still see me? Okay. So that's our card. Then of course we've got to have the inside to match the outside. So I've already pre-done that. I had a little bit of DSP left over, so I've just put that to the bottom of a piece of basic white, and then we're going to put it into the inside of our card, just like that. Oops, making sure it's nice and straight. And because the DSP wasn't long enough for my envelope, I've just trimmed it off to shape it a little bit. Okay, so that is our card. Very basic way of using DSP, but a good way of using DSP. Now I've also done another card using the same layout. Okay, but I've used the cone and the ice cream scoops for that card. Okay, thanks for watching. See ya. Hooray.